She stood in the center of our living room, arms crossed, posture tight, eyes blazing with frustration that felt like it had been simmering for weeks. The argument had started over something forgettable, a missed dinner plan, maybe. But like it always did, it unraveled into something heavier, something that had clearly been building beneath the surface. I tried to defuse it, speaking softly, measured, hoping to steady the temperature in the room. But she wasn't having it. Her voice cut through the air like glass. I don't need a man to feel whole. The words hit harder than they probably should have. I paused, not because I was offended, but because I could see the weight behind them. She meant it. Every syllable was anchored in years of grit, experience, and pride, and it showed in the way she stood. Chin high, jaw locked, fire burning in her chest. That's a strong way of thinking, I replied, not sarcastically, not bitterly. I said it with honesty, because it was. I had always admired her independence, that fierce, unshakable confidence. But lately, it had started to feel like she was building a world where I was no longer invited. A life where I stood just outside the door, knocking, unsure if she still wanted me to step in. We'd been together for nearly 4 years. 4 years of shared memories, some full of warmth and laughter, others tinged with quiet heartbreak. Through it all, her strength had been a constant. But now, that same strength felt like distance, a shield, a way to keep me from getting too close. After my reply, the room grew still. The fire in her eyes didn't disappear, but it softened just a touch. There was a flicker of surprise in her expression, as if she expected me to argue, to counter her with ego or control. But I didn't. That was never who I was. I'd never wanted to cage her or diminish what made her strong. I just wanted to be beside her, to walk the road together. She sat down on the edge of the couch, shoulders slumping slightly as she rubbed her temples. Something about the motion felt tired, like she wasn't just angry but exhausted. I just feel like I'm constantly proving myself, she said quietly. At work, at home, to everyone. Her voice cracked at the end, just barely. But it was there. And behind that tiny fracture, I saw it all, the pressure, the performance, the weight she carried like armor. I sat down beside her, not too close, just enough to remind her I was still here. You don't have to prove anything to me, I said gently. You've already shown me how strong you are. But being strong doesn't mean doing it all alone. She turned her head toward me, and for the first time that night, her eyes shimmered, not with rage, but with something softer. Her pride was still there, but now it was laced with vulnerability. I know, she whispered, her voice steadier now. But sometimes I wonder if being with someone makes me look weak, like I couldn't make it on my own. I let the silence hold for a moment before answering. That's not how I see it. I told her. To me, love isn't about completing someone. It's about choosing to share the life you've already built, choosing to let someone witness it, not rescue it. She didn't speak right away. Her eyes drifted toward the window, watching the rain as it painted soft patterns against the glass. For a while, neither of us said anything, but I could feel something shifting. The walls she'd kept so tightly around herself were beginning to lower brick by brick. After a long pause, she spoke again, her voice distant but steady. I grew up watching my mother do everything alone, she said. She never cried, never asked for help. I thought that's what strength looked like, that needing someone was a weakness. And now I'm just tired. That quiet admission held more truth than anything we'd said all week. I don't want to keep pushing people away anymore, she added, almost too softly to hear. It was the first real crack in the armor, the first moment of honesty we'd shared in months. I reached for her hand, slowly, and this time she didn't pull away. She let me hold it, squeezing it gently like it meant something, like I still did. I'm not here to complete you, I said. I'm here because I want to be part of your world, not to fix it, just to be in it with you. A single tear slipped down her cheek, but with it came the faintest smile. It wasn't bright. It wasn't polished. But it was real. I think I needed to hear that, she said. And maybe I needed to say it, because sometimes the strongest people don't need saving. They just need someone to remind them that strength isn't isolation. It's knowing you're not alone. and choosing, even when it's hard, to let someone stay.